Hi there, I'm Joey.
I'm Jacob.
And we are watching Star Trek for the first time. Last time on Star Trek, overpopulation, a very serious threat to our existence. Like, my god. Today we're watching an episode called That Which Survives.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fun. I feel like until we're out of, 60s and 70s television, we're really not going to have much to guess for these titles. But thankfully, we're almost done with TOS.
Yes.
So, yeah, we're getting to the end. So, we're going to get into post-episode thoughts in a second. Be sure to join us then. We're about to watch That Which Survives. Okay, I guess.
Not the worst episode.
Yeah, So we commented on the last one that it took a fair bit for it to get going. It was kind of slow at the start. This one I felt like just really dragged throughout the whole thing.
Yeah,
for me at least.
that's it's a bit more of a draggy episode. I agree.
Yeah. That said, though, we have our third 60s Batman villain actor in this with Lee Merriweather who was the second Catwoman for Batman '66 in the movie. She's in this, and she's cool, I guess. I don't know.
It's fine. It's a pretty restrictive role for her ability to express.
Mm-hmm. I think I don't know. I mean, she doesn't have much to do. I don't know.
She mostly walks around and just goes, "I'm made for you."
Yeah. Which honestly, is where most of my favorite scenes came from in this episode. Those scenes, the result of them. Like when she goes after I can't think of his name. D'Amato.
Yes.
D'Amato. When he dies, there's that scene, which is actually pretty cool. I kind of wish we saw more of D'Amato throughout the episode. He just kind of dies and just, I don't know, he's kind of quickly forgotten about.
The episode forgets about him anyway.
Yeah. That said, I do want to bring up the Sulu one.
The Sulu one's phenomenal.
I want to say, back when we first started these videos, we had called out that, Sulu as a character is gay because George Takei is gay. And we had somebody correct us and be like, oh, well, that doesn't necessarily mean that Sulu as a character is gay. Sulu's fucking gay. Fuck you. Sulu's fucking gay. This scene proves it. Everyone else is immediately attracted to this woman.
Right.
They go after her. Sulu immediately starts shooting her. Tries to fucking kill her.
Right. He's backing up. He's firing. It's hilarious.
He's not having it.
Everyone else, except for Kirk, obviously, is like, "I'm made for you," or "You are mine," or whatever her line is.
Oh, well, really? Cool.
Okay, cool. Let me explain the matter-antimatter change thing.
Yeah, and then they die. And so, but Sulu's, he just nope, fuck this. He starts shooting at her. It doesn't work.
He yells for Kirk.
He trips on a rock, and then Kirk and McCoy save him. Which, by the way, what a landing party! We got Kirk, McCoy, and Sulu all in the same group. It just replaced Kirk with Spock. Those are all my favorite characters right there from TOS. No. Replace Kirk with Uhura, realistically. That's my lineup right there. I love them all.
It's a great lineup, as a landing party.
Yeah. Also, we just rarely ever see Sulu actually going out on missions, physically, not just hanging out on the bridge and sitting.
Well, I mean,
there.
he is the ship's navigator, so it does make sense.
Yeah. Just have we ever seen Uhura not be at her station, or not be on the Enterprise, I should say?
We've seen her in.
Oh no! I guess I was gonna say Mirror, but that's still. I mean, she's down on a planet briefly, but
there's a couple very brief appearances where Uhura's not.
But even in Mirror, when she's one of the central characters in it, she's still on the Enterprise. It's just a different version of the Enterprise.
Yeah. With straight Sulu.
With straight Sulu, yep. Yeah. And here we go. This is the good timeline.
Alright, but in a serious way.
Great.
It's really fun seeing him there.
That said, though, the landing party is becomes the B plot. We kind of just send Kirk off to these just couple of scenes. He doesn't have much screen time throughout the actual episode, which I'm surprised Shatner let them get away with. Instead, we get Leonard Nimoy.
Probably why he was okay with that, let's be honest.
Yeah, so we get Leonard Nimoy and James Doohan in their double act pretty much throughout the episode. Yeah. Hanging out on the Enterprise, figuring out their whole antimatter shit, why the Enterprise got displaced and all that. And it's just really fun. I don't know. There are a couple moments that I forget the writer of this episode, but they really do take Spock's character to the extreme with the whole I'm a computer, I am illogical,
right?
I'm going to figure all this out. He gets gratingly precise with how much he is like crunching people.
Which is a little annoying because he doesn't do that normally.
It's in character, but at the same time, like he doesn't do it like this much, I think.
Right.
And we've seen Spock in command before, and like you could say, oh, it's because he's in command, but no, we've seen him in command before, and it's like it's not this much even then.
Right. Like there's the helmsman that takes Sulu's place.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh, we were blasted like 1,000 light years away. And he goes, 99.7 light years.
Yeah.
Be precise.
I did put in my notes here that Lieutenant Rada is Star Trek once again failing to reach outside of just white American actors for pretty much anything. But, whatever. Aside from like their core cast, aside from like Nichelle Nichols and George Takei and...
Yeah.
Well, actually, those are pretty much the only two. You win some, you lose some. But yeah, Scotty and Spock just have a lot of fun moments off of each other, and James Doohan, I know we just keep saying it at this point, but he is, like, Scotty is a fucking idiot. James Doohan plays into it, and he has a lot of fun in this episode in particular because he is, like, sort of the focal point of a lot of it. Mm-hmm. I love the scene with him in the vents, like, talking to Spock. And Spock's like, oh, he's like, we only have this much time, whatever. And I quoted it in my notes here, my favorite line from Scotty in this episode. I know what time it is, I don't need a bloomin' cuckoo clock. Which is such a great line.
And he had the most intelligent thing he's ever said this episode.
Yes, I don't even remember what it was. He just started like spouting off like technical jargon about like his area of expertise on the ship to Spock, and I was like, oh my god, Scotty just like said something intelligent. I firmly believe that we're wrong. I believe that Scotty is an intelligent character realistically, but
the writing does not help that.
The writing does not help that. The way he's portrayed, the way James Doohan plays him, I cannot buy that for a second.
Like, I believe that he is a top engineer. I don't doubt that.
Absolutely. But, like, anything outside of that, he's clueless.
Right. I really can't buy him being a lover of outside of anything being liquor and the ship.
Yeah, and women.
And women.
Yes.
Maybe. Women, maybe. Question mark.
I want to rewatch Wolf in the Pool. But yeah, and also just for anyone curious on how far in advance we do these, Wolf in the Fold is like our next video coming out. So yeah, we're just like I was thinking about that episode recently because I just edited that not that long ago, and oddly enough, hey, Scotty, he just keeps winning.
Maybe.
Yeah, mostly winning.
In this episode, definitely a win.
Yeah. But overall, it's an okay-ish episode.
I guess it kind of depends on what plot line you want to think about.
Yeah,
more.
like for me, like personally, like while I liked the Spock-Scotty double act, I kind of wish we saw more of the landing crew, especially because Sulu was a major player in it, and we just don't see much George Takei on this show. And,
no.
And when he does get his moments, like in this episode, like he totally shines. But I can't think of many episodes where he's gotten that chance.
No, he's normally just in the navigation seat.
Yeah.
Which again is his job.
Every now and then you get a Naked Time where he has a lot of fun, or Mirror Mirror where he really gets to show off his acting chops, you know. Mm-hmm. But for the most part, yeah, he doesn't get much to do, and I think that's one of the biggest failings of this is just having Sulu at the forefront and just not utilizing him much.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, that was That Which Survives. We have 7 episodes left of Star Trek TOS. I can't believe that.
It's 7 episodes.
Crazy. Okay, I'm so excited though. Be sure to join us next time when we continue Star Trek the Original Series. Until then, this has been Joey Morgan.
Jacob.
Goodbye.